Honestly, I was living in fairy tale before landing here. But yeah, of course, there is a lot of challenges. You move to new country, there are everything new. The language is different, the culture is different. So there was no clarity for me also because everybody was confused. I was talking to past alumni and they told me something else, and my college was telling me something else. So I was also confused, and I don't even want to talk about it. That was another challenge in itself. It was crazy. It was a roller coaster ride. And because since the beginning, since my upper style, since my HRD, everything was not easy. And as an Indian, there are a lot of challenges for us also, which we are not prepared for. You desperately miss the home cooked food and your curries and your spices and dal chawal and khichdi.
तो वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल एंड एन आर बी एक और सक्सेस स्टोरी में आज हम कृतिका शर्मा को आज भी कराए हैं आपके लिए इंटरव्यू में। इटली ये पहुंच चुके हैं एंड शी हैज अ रियली गुड स्टोरी। बहुत कुछ इनसे भी जानने वाले हैं, कहाँ से प्रोसेस किया, कैसे प्रोसेस किया, व्हाट अबाउट द टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज, डॉक्यूमेंट से लेके कवर लेटर तक, वीजा के इंटरव्यू से लेके वीजा के क्वेश्चन तक जानेंगे बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन। तो इस इंटरव्यू के बिल्कुल अंत तक बने रहिएगा बिकॉज देयर इज अ लॉट टू डिस्कस विद कृतिका शर्मा। So yes, a very warm welcome to our channel, Kritika.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Manish. I'm so glad to be here and finally discussing with you.
That's great, great. Okay, so to start with, सबसे पहले हमारी audience के लिए एक छोटा सा introduction so that they better know what are the courses that you have tried and which you are in currently and the university too.
Okay. So, hello everybody. I'm Kratika Sharma. I was born in Rajasthan, India, and I have been working in Ahmedabad since last 7, 8 years now. And during my career, I decided that I need to upscale myself and do some masters in designing. So I decided to opt for Politecnico di Milano, and finally I got to the my application was accepted, and my visa process was also smoothly become Eurodreams team. So everything was done, and finally I'm here in Milan doing my strategic design course from Politecnico di Milano.
Wow. So to our audience, एक बात बिल्कुल साफ है, ये इटली के टॉप यूनिवर्सिटी में है, पॉलिटेक्निक यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मिलान से। So how does it feels? Does it feels like that fairy tale and everything, that dreamland party all and all? Is it?
So honestly, there was I was living in fairy tale before landing here, but yeah, of course, there is a lot of challenges. You move to new country, there are everything new. The language is different, the culture is different. So it's not always fairy tale. There are a lot of challenges, but the place is beautiful, mind blowing. Like there are times when I'm so overwhelmed with so much beauty around me and a lot of things going on. So yeah, it's mix of both. A little bit scared also and a little bit overwhelming as well.
It has to be. It has to be. Initial days has to be something where you are not
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
how happy I am or how sad I am. I get it.
yeah. Like you don't know what you're feeling. You're feeling lonely, you're feeling excited, you're feeling scared. It's all mixed feelings, mixed emotions all together.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. Okay, so we'll start directly to the question क्योंकि multiple times हमारी audience भी कहती है कि थोड़ा सा जल्दी पॉइंटर्स पर आप बात करिए। सबसे
Yes.
पहले हम बात करते हैं सीधे डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पर। कैसे आपने प्रोसेस चालू किया था? व्हाट वाज योर फर्स्ट स्टेप? कहाँ से यूरो ड्रीम्स का आइडिया आया? हाउ डिड यू बिकम बिगन ऑल दीज थिंग्स एट फर्स्ट प्लेस?
So I think after my application was accepted, I started my visa process immediately. But there were a few challenges because I completed my bachelor's in 2015. So there was a really long gap after that. And so the documentation also was not easy because there was different processes for Rajasthan government and a lot of things took a lot of time for me. And there was no clarity of process because I think Italy visa, they changed the requirements and details every almost 2 3 years. So there was no clarity for me also because everybody was confused. I was talking to past alumni and they told me something else, and my college was telling me something else. So I was also confused, and that is when I got to know about Eurodreams through Instagram, and my friend also suggested me. So that is when I got connected with you guys, and that's when I got clarity what the process is exactly. So then we started the process, and you guys were doing great, but my application was very complicated because The DOV took a lot of time for me. In between, they called me saying, "Okay, you need to submit other documents and everything." And like, so there were a lot of ups and downs with my whole application process. I think after 5 months, I was able to get my visa finally. So it was
Oh,
not easy
wow.
journey for
It
me.
is, it is. Okay, the wait is completely worth
It
it, but at first it has to be that overwhelming feeling of lostness that you don't know where you are now.
Yeah, so there were a lot of time, lot of days when I was just traveling from Ahmedabad. In one day I went to Rajasthan, came back to Ahmedabad. So there was a lot of things going on, and I did this multiple times during 2 months because I was also working at the same time. So I had my full-time job as well and was
Mm-hmm.
doing my visa application process also. So it was not easy.
I see. Yes, it is difficult at places. Okay, ये बात नहीं करते क्योंकि we have told multiple times RQ process at first really difficult है. You got to hold yourself completely back. You got
Yes,
to bag yourself at first place. चलिए ठीक है अब थोड़ा अच्छी बात करते हैं
yes, yes.
ये कवर लेटर कैसे
And there are a lot of rumors.
बना really
Sorry, can you repeat
यस
it?
यस यस ओके वही मैं बात कर रहा था कि ये कवर लेटर कैसे बनाया जाता है एट फर्स्ट क्या किया जाए किस तरह के चीजों को ध्यान में रखे क्या आपने इंक्लूड किया था एंड समथिंग दैट यू वुड सजेस्ट मी दैट आई शुड डू इफ आई एम अप्लाइंग टू इटली
So I think your cover letter should have all your details. Say where are you from, what are you doing, what have you done, your past records, your past experience, say your education background, your work experience. It should be like your complete biography, like whatever, but in precise, of course, not a lengthy book, but it should contain each and every detail of yours. And also so while submitting your visa application, you also need to give your financial proof and documents, so detailed specifications about those as well, because that is what is really important for your visa application. And also all the documents that you are submitting during your visa application, it should have a detailed summary of all the documents you are submitting as well. So I think it should cover every important detail, but in a very precise 1 or 2 page, that's it. But it is very important, and it should have all the necessary details that you want the embassy to know about, because you will be only submitting all your documents, so and you won't be able to connect to them through any which ways. So that is the only way to communicate why you are applying your application, what is your purpose, what are your goals, what you want to achieve. So it should precisely state your purpose, your vision, and all your past details and your banks, like your current financial details and everything.
वाह एब्सोल्युटली द डिटेल्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जैसे आपने वो बैलेंस और इन सब की बात करें सो व्हाट वाज योर फाइनेंशियल प्रोफाइल कितना आपने स्पॉन्सर की हेल्प से किया अमाउंट कलेक्ट हु वाज योर स्पॉन्सर कितना आपने अमाउंट शो किया एंड किस तरह से आपने इस अमाउंट को प्रेजेंट किया बिकॉज इट इज वेरी इजी टू गेट अ रिजेक्शन बेस्ड ऑन योर फाइनेंशियल प्रोफाइल सो हाउ वाज योर
Yes, I
प्रोफाइल
think
एट दैट प्लेस
so. For the financial statements, also, there were a lot of rumors and misconceptions within people. So people doesn't have clarity ke whether to show the amount in your savings account, in your FD, or in your current account, or in any of the friends or family's account. So I think I also got this clarity much later, that you have to show a equivalent amount of, say, your college fees plus, I think, 7 to 8 lakhs, or maybe more if you can, in your savings account of yourself or your sponsors. This is the only two options that you can do, and that is what precisely I did after getting in touch with you guys. So I think for my case, my sponsor was my father. So we showed an equivalent amount of around 21 lakhs in his savings account, because I had a pending fees of 11 lakhs rupees, plus we took care of additional 10 lakhs rupees just in case, to be safe. So this was majorly my scenario.
ओके
So I
ऑल
had to
राइट
submit
ग्रेट
his
ग्रेट
ITR, his bank statements, his proof of all the funds, because you cannot just borrow from anywhere and show it into the account. So we liquidated his FDs, we liquidated his PPF, and we attached the proof of his FDs and PPF as well, along with his saving statements. So you need to submit the proof of funds as well. Not only that you have to show in the savings account, but where that fund is coming from, you have to show that as well. So I attached all his bank statements stating that he has liquidated which date, how much amount and everything. And all of those details, then I summarized and put it in my cover letter as well.
Wow, wow,
So I
too
think
much
that
work.
was pretty much my case. Yeah. Not
Too
easy,
much, too
but
much.
this is what you have to do.
वाओ ओके सो मूविंग अहेड जब आपका ये डॉक्यूमेंट्स वाला पार्ट क्लियर होता है द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट कम्स इज अबाउट वीजा इंटरव्यू इटसेल्फ द मोमेंट आई विल गो टू द इंटरव्यू आई विल बी कंप्लीटली ब्लैंक सो यहाँ पे आपने क्या किया किस तरह से प्रिपरेशन करी व्हाट आर योर टिप्स क्या आपको नहीं करना चाहिए किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आपसे करे गए थे ये सब आप बताइए
सो आई थिंक एक तो यू एक्चुअली आर यू डोंट हैव द क्लैरिटी, क्योंकि कहीं पर भी ऐसा नहीं है कि वीजा इंटरव्यू में कैसे होता है, क्या होता है। आपको ऐसा लगता है कि देयर वुड बी अ पर्सन इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू आंसरिंग द क्वेश्चंस, बट ऐसा नहीं होता है। you're just in front of a screen and they take an like a online interview with you, and there is no person in front of you, so you cannot see anything but you can only hear the audio. So that is one thing that people doesn't know, कि interview में there wouldn't be any person interviewing you, but just a screen and you will be only able to hear the audio. So I think for the preparation, I think I did a few mock test with Eurodreams team, and they gave me a precise list of questions. Okay, they might ask you something similar to this, but then also you never know what they exactly ask. So you just have to be true and real to yourself. And the main thing is don't get nervous, because I think वो एक रूम में जाते ही कुछ लोगों को ऐसा होता है कि oh what is this, and people get nervous. I was also a bit nervous at that time, but I think once they start asking the questions, you just have to be real and tell them honestly what the situation is, because they asked me about as usual my financial positions and what I'm the documents that I'm submitting, my past experiences, why I'm going to Italy, what is the purpose, how long will I stay there, and my future goal. So this was majorly my visa interview. This was the questions that they asked me. But I think nothing to worry about if you have all the documents ready and you know your purpose and vision is clear. I think interview is not that much big deal.
ओके ओके ग्रेट अब जैसे आपको वीजा मिला तो हाउ मेनी डेज डिड इट टुक यू लाइक व्हेन डिड यू अप्लाई व्हेन डिड यू रिसीव योर वीजा
So I submitted my visa application on 16th of August, 2024, and I received my visa, I guess, around 17th or 18th of September. So approximately a
ओके
month
अ
time
मंथ
for me. Yes.
ओके 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 अब जैसे आपने प्रोसेस के बारे में बताया यू हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड अ लॉट रिगार्डिंग द प्रोसेस सो वन थिंग कम्स टू माय माइंड इज अबाउट चैलेंजेस वो मुश्किलें रहती है इस प्रोसेस में सो व्हाट वर द चैलेंजेस फॉर यू हाउ डिड यू टैकल ऑल ऑफ देम एंड हाउ डिड इट रीच यू टू योर फाइनल डेस्टिनेशन ऑफ वीजा क्या क्या हुआ इस कहानी में
Oh God, I don't know where to start because it was crazy. It was a roller coaster ride. And because since the beginning, since my apostille, since my HRD, everything was not easy because मैंने apostille पहले करवा दिया था और HRD बाद में करवाया, and I realized it much later. So मुझे फिर से apostille करवाना पड़ा. तो और मेरा HRD because of Rajasthan government, they take approximately 1 month for your उसमें मुझे टाइम किया। अनदर चैलेंज, मेरा नाम सेम नहीं था मेरे डॉक्यूमेंट्स में। तो मेरे जितने भी एजुकेशनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं उन सब में कृतिका शर्मा था, और आई डोंट नो मेरे पासपोर्ट में कृतिका नरेंद्र शर्मा आ गया था, एंड इट वाज
ओह
टू लेट फॉर मी टू चेंज इन माय पासपोर्ट। सो मुझे वन एंड द सेम सर्टिफिकेट भी निकलवाना पड़ा था, एंड आई डोंट इवन वांट टू टॉक अबाउट इट, दैट वाज अनदर चैलेंज इन इटसेल्फ। क्योंकि यू हैव टू साइन इट। पहले उन्होंने बोला कि तुम्हारा स्टेट, तुम्हारा जो सिटी का तहसीलदार साइन करेगा। फिर बोला कि इसको अटेस्ट करवाओ तुम्हारे सेंटर्स, जो आपका जो सेंटर बॉडी होता है जो जयपुर है राजस्थान में, उधर के एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट से तुमको अटेस्ट करवाना पड़ेगा, तो इक्वलेंट टू एचआरडी। तो उसको एचआरडी करवाया, फिर उसको अपोस्टाइल करवाया। पर जब मैंने डीओई के लिए डॉक्यूमेंट सबमिट करे तो दे रेज्ड अ क्वेरी सेइंग कि इसको फिर से करवाना पड़ेगा। तो मैंने पहले तहसीलदार से साइन करवाया, फिर मैंने एसडीएम से, मेरे सिटी के एसडीएम से साइन करवाया, फिर उन्होंने मुझे जयपुर में फिर से मुझे एचआरडी करके दिया। सो मैं I went to Jaipur almost 4 or 5 times for this process. Jaipur and Ajmer, they were back and forth almost every month. And मेरा job चल रहा था अहमदाबाद में. So there's nothing more to say about it.
Maybe I asked the wrong question at wrong place then.
Yes, I don't want. Now I'm in Milan. I am just, keeping all the things behind me and going forward
Mhm.
with what I have right now. So,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
was the
just okay. The ending has been good. That matters most currently, maybe.
yes, yes, yes. Like after all those
Wow.
struggles, but it's totally worth it.
Great, great, great. Okay, just say one of the things that comes to my mind about going abroad is leaving the family and the Indian food and a lot of things. So, how has been your experience with food and all in Italy till now?
Not that great. I mean, people talk about Italian food, their pizzas, pasta, and they have the best food and everything. But it is not like this. I mean, honestly, for me at least, people would have different opinion for themselves. But I am not a very big fan of pizzas and pastas. And of course, you desperately miss the home cook food and your curries and your spices and dal chawal and khichdi. So at the end of the day, I come home and cook for myself. The challenge is also finding the ingredients and the proper things here. And eating outside is not an option because it's very expensive here. So
Hmm.
everybody coming to any European country, be prepared that it's not cheap here because in India we have a lot of options and lot of things we get at a reasonable prices. It's not the case here. So eating out is not an option for me. So I usually prepare meals for myself.
Okay, there's a big difference between euro and rupee, and that makes a lot of
Yes.
difference for students too.
Yes, 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 same.
Right,
So
right.
it all looks very fancy, very dreamy, but in the end, you have to come home, you have to wash the dishes, you have to cook for yourself, you have to clean for yourself. So if you are not mentally prepared to do all of these things, then I think anybody who's considering this should reconsider their options because I go to college in the morning, I prepare my breakfast, I almost half prepare for my lunch. Then I come back, I wash the dishes, I clean the house. Then again, I have to prepare for my dinner. And then if there is some assignments or another work pending, I have to do those things. So it is not easy.
That sounds very hectic to me already.
Yeah, it's just been 1 month for me, and things are not easier because it took me a lot of time to understand the transportation system here because back in India I had my own vehicle, my own car, which was very easy to commute, and here you have to figure out all the public transportation, and it's not like from one place to another you'll just get one bus or one train.
Ah,
You might
changes.
have to change also. So you might have to take a tram to reach point B. From point B, you have to take the metro. Point C, then you maybe reach to your destination. And of course, there's a lot of walking because everything doesn't take you to your doorsteps. So be
Yeah,
prepared to walk along and be prepared to get lost as well. But I think after a few time, you'll understand the system here.
Pratika, मैं आपसे बस आपसे पूछने ही वाला था that what would be your tip or what would you suggest to a newcomer, and you absolutely said that answer to me. It was really
Yeah,
important to get वो I
yeah.
कहीं ना कहीं.
Because I think nobody tells you the true picture. Everybody that you ask would say, "Oh, it's amazing. Europe is beautiful. Italy is so beautiful. It's so great." But yeah, it is great. I completely agree. But there are, as an Indian student and as an Indian, there are a lot of challenges for us also, which we are not prepared for. Firstly, the expenses, the transportation, to understand the culture, to understand the language, to understand the city. It is not always easy. And especially, I have like 8 years of work experience. So as a student also, it was a lot of time. I completed my bachelor's in 2015. So after 9 years, I'm back as a student here. So that is also a whole different mental space that I have to prepare myself to be in. So yeah, like you should, everybody who is considering to come to Europe, please be prepared for the challenges. Like it's totally worth
Hmm.
it, but it is not easy. Like the process, the whole understanding the system, settling in, it is not always easy. So I think, and you should really talk to somebody who can tell you about those challenges, because I don't think even I spoke with a lot of people and everybody was like, yeah, it's a very nice college, it's a very good course, just do it. But nobody prepared me for the challenges that I am still struggling to figure it out now.
Okay, someone has to speak the truth in the end, and you are one of them.
Yes,
Wow,
yes, yes.
great,
You can
great.
contact me. I'll tell you in lens how is it and what it is about.
Surely we will get the real insights from you. We'll be in connect with you for that part. Okay, जैसे अब थोड़ा सा एंडिंग पार्ट में हम बात करें because there were too many questions. You have already answered those questions in your answer. So the last thing that I would tell you here is what is your overall experience? मैं सिर्फ यूरो ड्रीम्स की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. With यूरो ड्रीम्स along with the process too. 8 से 10 महीने की प्रोसेस होती है. There is rigorous work that goes behind to make sure that you reach Italy. सो आपको यहाँ पे
Yes.
वो एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा यूरो ड्रीम्स के साथ कैसा रहा वुड बी एन आंसर फॉर मी द लास्ट वन
So I think for me, my process was very complicated and it took a lot of time and a lot of efforts for me to reach here. But it is not the same case for everybody. And people should also understand that every application is different from other. No application would have the same process or the same set of things. So don't compare yourself with other people, because in my batch, there are people who got their visa in just like the whole process took them just 1 month, and
ओ
for me it took 5 months. So every application is different, every student's journey is different, so don't compare yourself with others. And yes, Eurodreams was really helpful for me because I was kind of lost and busy with my job and was having difficulty in figuring things out. And on the other hand, I was seeing my batchmates, they got their visa in July and August, and I was still waiting till September to get my visa. So yeah, like every journey is different, every process is not same. So everybody should understand that they might find it difficult or may not find it difficult. It is not same for everybody. So yeah, that is also one thing that people should keep in mind कि आप एक जन से बात करते हो तो उनका मे बी प्रोसेस डिफरेंट हो आपसे. आपका केस, आपका स्पॉन्सर, आपके फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशंस, आपका बैकग्राउंड वुड बी डिफरेंट एंड दैट चेंज योर होल प्रोसेस. क्योंकि मेरा अभी कुछ लोगों का अगर गुजरात से उन्होंने अपना एचआरडी करवाया तो वो एक दिन में हो जाता है. मेरा राजस्थान था तो इट टुक मी 1 मंथ, एंड बैंगलोर वालों का तो 3 3 महीने तक भी देयर वाज नो रिवर्ट फॉर दोस पीपल. So it is different from state to state, from your educational background, from your sponsor, from your financial situation. It is very different for everybody. So one thing is that people should keep in mind that it varies from case to case. So don't just look at one person case and think कि मेरा भी ऐसा ही होगा. ऐसा नहीं होता है. मेरा complicated case था, but I also know a lot of people जिन्होंने बहुत easily visa gain कर लिया था. तो I would say कि they should talk to multiple people and to the right people to understand the whole process and not get lost with the जो भी rumors और जो चीजें मार्केट में सब बोलते हैं. Get check your sources, check that the information is coming from the right source.
Wow, absolutely. One of the most sensible answers I have heard in my interview. And your part was really good. Actually, हम ये बहुत बार बोल चुके हैं that process अलग होती है यार. आप कह सकते हैं 1 महीने में वीजा आता है. There
Yes.
are students, हमारे ही स्टूडेंट है जिनको 80 दिन बाद वीजा आया था इंटरव्यू के बाद. And we have a student, same as another student who has got visa in just 2 days यार. So process is completely
2 days.
different.
Yeah, I also know a lot of people. Yeah, 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 absolutely. Same,
Exactly. So
I know
that thing
different
is
different
there.
people now. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I know those
Please.
people now. I did not know this back then when I was also processing my visa. So yeah, it's not same for everybody. So people should actually consider other options and should take the guidance from the people who guide them and not any information that people give you. Don't trust. Don't trust all the information you hear in the market. So I think that was also very important.
Absolutely. There's a lot of rumors यार वो बहुत सारी गलत इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है इंटरनेट पे बट यस
Yes.
ओवर टू आवर ऑडियंस ये बातें हम थोड़ी ना करें तो आप बेहतर समझते हैं पहले भी हम वीडियोस में बहुत बारी ये बातें कर चुके हैं हमारी बातों पर आपको थोड़ा कम विश्वास था तो हमारे स्टूडेंट को लेकर आए एंड शी हरसेल्फ इज स्पीकिंग अबाउट द सेम थिंग सो बस इस बात का थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखें एंड यस आई गेस यस टू आवर ऑडियंस दिस मच ओनली इन दिस इंटरव्यू ऐसा और भी बहुत सारा कंटेंट आपके लिए आने वाला है कृतिका आए थे ऐसे और वीजा थे हमारे पास और बहुत सारी स्टोरीज आपके लिए आने वाली है टू कृतिका. Thank you so much for being here on our channel today.
Thank you, Manish. Thank you so much. It was pleasure to speak with you guys, and I hope I can help other people understand the process and be realistic.
Yes, you are actually very realistic with your answers. One of the most sensible interviews. So yes, thank you so much for your time. And to our audience, thank you for watching it till here. ऐसा बहुत सारा content आने वाला है उन सब के लिए subscribe जरूर कीजिएगा. Till then, stay tuned. And yes, thanks for watching.